to infinity and beyond. Yes.
Baby blue Buzz Lightyear. Did you rip that off a stroller?
I saw a baby walking down the street, and I was like, "Baby, give me that thing. It's raining."
That actually is like a perfect little hat for your fro.
Yeah, but it's not perfect for much else.
Yes.
This is the new umbrella. Everybody knows that I use this on the Photo News Fix. Hold on, let me put it down.
It actually goes down pretty easy.
Well, it does. That's right. It's like
That's what she said.
I wore this on the. I talked about this on the Photo News Fix, and then I ordered one, and then I got it, and then it was raining the day I got it,
Which was perfect.
so I wore it to the store with my friend.
But
and
he wasn't going to because he calls me on FaceTime. He's like, look at me. All right, I got to go. I'm like, dude, it's raining outside. Wear it outside.
He looked ridiculous,
So
too.
I'm in public. I'm wearing a new umbrella. Well, you have the Dan has the video to run because I did Facebook Live. I got stopped by some local Philly people.
Well, you went with your friend, too, right? Your
And they
neighbor?
beat the shit out of you.
Well, no, the local Philly people were like, "Oh my God, it's so amazing! Where do I get one of those?
Where do you got that umbrella?
Who do I need to call on the phone to get one of those?"
It's crazy
Okay,
how
Tina
the
Fey.
water just rolls off your umbrella.
It's the water, Todd.
Water.
Yo, does that stop the water? Can it stop the rain? I can't stop the rain.
Excuse me there, Jared. Does that keep the methamphetamines off of your head?
Let me start the show. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and welcome to RAWtalk episode number 219.
219.
219.
2, 1, 9. 2, 1, 9.
How long have you been planning that for?
You've had that forever, haven't you?
I just looked it up.
Since
That is
209.
I
horrible.
literally just looked it up.
God, we're gonna lose so many people because
That
of
was
you.
all Todd, everyone. We didn't do that at all.
We didn't even know that
All
was gonna
Todd.
happen. Should we blur out the mustache
The
in post?
mustache? You know that it's really messed up though.
That's
that,
Charlie
that
Chaplin,
You
though,
can
right?
be.
That was
it
Charlie
is
Chaplin.
Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
That you can be that much of an asshole that you ruin a hairstyle. Well, I mean, we've got two people that are like that, but I mean, you can ruin a hairstyle just by being an asshole. Way to go, Jared.
Anyway,
You look ridiculous.
so I'm wearing this out. She was going to go to the supermarket, and then what ended up happening is I carried the beer home while it was raining.
You don't drink beer?
No, it was for the other people, for Shelly, Ahndee, and all those people that were coming over.
Oh.
And so I'm holding it, and they're like, "That's perfect because look, you don't have to hold the umbrella. The only problem is everything it literally covers about to your nose.
Yeah.
I mean it covers farther.
And
Your
it
than
isn't-
nose.
it's
I mean, the
meant-
rest of us, it would be better. But
It's actually meant for photographers?
No, it's not meant for photographers. It's meant for nobody.
Because in that promotional video, I felt like most of it was
yes,
photography.
but then if you held a lens,
That's
if your
what I'm
lens
saying.
extends 3 inches,
You're only
it's too
covering
far.
really the body and not the lens at all.
It's not a good use
it's
for
only
a
for
photographer.
a 50 millimeter.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Pancake lens.
Or the pancake
Speaking
lens.
of pancakes, why don't you
Pancakes.
talk about that 5-minute portrait in your editing while I take off the new umbrella?
Yeah, Pancakes is officially done. That was almost like a 3-hour photo shoot that we cut down to about an hour. I know people were like, 5-minute portrait, it's a freaking hour. Well, we cut
That's
down a
Jared
lot
being
of that
funny.
in post. And yeah, I think that went really, really well. We tried out the Nikon D 5600. It's basically an updated version, in my opinion, of the Bedia pizza photo shoot.
Yeah.
It's, 2 years later.
2 years later.
Is that how long it's
Chocked
been?
with gluten. Both
It's been
of
a
them.
while.
Yeah.
And nobody knows how to get more views on the internet.
Yeah, but Pancakes, that was a really fun shoot.
It was.
Tough
She
for Todd
had
and I.
great cakes.
Yeah.
That's the sound that a cupcake makes.
Exactly.
When it bounces on the ground.
Yep.
Man, we got to go back and do the reveal, even though she's
Yes.
already seen the images. But we're really just going back to get cupcakes.
In terms of actually, from a production standpoint, shooting that was incredibly tough because we had to literally hide from your shot and then hide from, just that space. It was so confined.
What's
the
your
part.
shot?
I
Yeah.
couldn't even, I was like all the way behind the rack, like in the corner trying to shoot you.
We do super good
It's tough.
jobs with 5-minute portraits.
Yeah, I mean, for the
stuff.
most part, it's totally unplanned, unscripted. And
the way
I
it
think
should
it works
be.
out pretty well.
Speaking of unscripted, we've got Photo News Fix, which isn't scripted whatsoever.
Not at all.
We don't use
Doesn't
any
sound like you're reading a teleprompter at
teleprompters.
all.
Yeah, somebody, hold
Perfect.
on. Let me get the schmutz out of my nose. Hashtag schmutz out of my nose. Dan, that's spelled
not rocket.
SCHMOOTZ. Schmutz.
Schmutz.
That's not really how you spell it, but that's how the Canadians would spell it, sorry.
Sorry.
What was I talking about?
Sorry about that.
You were talking about Photo News Fix.
Oh, yeah. So somebody left a comment like, it sounds like you're reading. It would be much better. I'm like, and I commented back, I'm like, it's because I'm following a script. I am reading. And this is how you do it. And there's times where I'm off script, where I'm ad-lib, which I love. If I could do the photo news off the top of my head, it would be great.
They actually probably don't know how we film it either. You have a little foot pedal that you
I have
can
a foot
stop,
pedal.
so you can actually control.
We need
the
to do a behind the
speed
scenes of Photo News
and
Fix.
everything of the teleprompter. You can stop it, ad lib, then keep going. It's really nice.
Getting used to putting my foot on the pedal.
And it's nice that we have a freaking huge 24-inch monitor for you, for your blind eyes.
From
Prompter People.
Prompterpeople.com.
Yep. Yeah.
Prompterpeople.com. Prompterpeople.com. Alexa, go to prompterpeople.com. Uh-oh. People are going to be upset. Anyway, speaking of Alexa, let's talk about My Gear Vault real quick. We are still working. Android is still slated for the end of June. For anybody that's been asking, people still download the app every day. It's still going very well. People that use the app love the app. There's so many different ideas I want to get to. It's just a matter of taking each step at a time.
Yeah.
But if you have the app and you like Photo News Fix, under the video tab, you can find the Photo News Fix under Photo News Fix. So it pulls the information right from YouTube so that you can watch it right there.
What kind of categories are in there for your
FAQ or FAQ, or as well as
BSM?
I don't know. No, PAI,
PPA.
Let me look it up because I have my app right here. Videos, Photo News Fix, FAQ, and how-tos.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that's pretty cool. See, look, it just looks pretty good.
That does look really good. And that just pulls the thumbnail right from YouTube?
No,
pulls
I have
everything?
to upload the thumbnail.
Oh, you have to upload it separately?
Yeah. So I have to upload today's that we did and put out into the world. So hope you guys are enjoying the Photo News Fix. Speaking of Photo News, let's get into Photo News right about meow.
And Photo News, you probably will hear the same stories that you hear in Photo News Fix.
Todd, what episode is this? It's so slow on the up. One job. Hashtag one job.
2, 1, 9.
And Photo News is brought to you by episode number...
Oh, Jesus. I just put it down. This is too much. I'm not supposed to do this much work.
Just leave your phone unlocked.
2, 1, 9.
Thanks, Charlie Chaplin.
Introducing smart watermarks by a company called Exif.co. The image embed service is a paid platform that automatically hosts and applies smart watermarks and other information to your images when posted and shared online.
Speaking of watermarks, I love watermelon.
You love... Oh, watermarks.
My
Watermelon.
mom used to hate my smart watermarks when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Now here's how this one works. If
Why
you
are
right
these
click,
pillows so crunchy? Sorry.
If you right-click on a photo you posted with the service, an overlay pops up on the image showing important data that you choose to show, like name of photographer and location. Now, if somebody tries to take a screen capture on, say, like a Mac, it pops up some information right in the middle of the image, basically denying the screenshot.
Denied.
Now, also, if they try to simply just drag it to the desktop from the browser...
Oh, I didn't try that one.
Yeah, if you try and just drag it, the watermarked version is saved and not the original image, so you still can't do it that way either. Now, the company admits their method isn't foolproof just yet, but it does add some friction, like they say, which hopefully discourages people from stealing your image. And they go on to say, in quotes, the only foolproof methods of preventing theft are to ruin the image with a permanent watermark or not share anything on the internet. I will say, though, on my PC, when I tried to screenshot it, it let me screenshot it without an issue, just with the print screen button.
Just screenshots would be...
Well, you can't screenshot on the Mac because as soon as you hit the command, it pops
they must
something
lock
up
down
on
the
screen.
keys or something.
Really?
Yeah. So on a PC, you can easily do it.
But I
though.
simply just take a picture of the screen
You could do it
with
that
my
way
phone.
too.
What's cool about it is that it
is
allows,
nice.
I don't know how it will spread because I don't think most companies are going to switch over to this service to pay per view. So
That's the tough part.
you know, people don't care. They just take the image, they credit it, or they say photographer unknown. I like the fact that it says who took it, whatever information you want to put there. and how many views and where they're posted. That's really cool.
Now, the other thing is users can also select the restricted security option, which allows it to only be embedded on certain websites. And exif.co also allows you to embed your images online, allows people to share them. You can track analytics, like all the image views on that specific image. And you can even find where the image is posted, all while showing them who took the original photo, like a normal watermark would do, obviously. Now, the service, though, is free to sign up, but not necessarily free to use. It is priced on a per 1,000 view basis, so it'll cost $25 every 100,000 views, and then the price drops the more views you get.
Or in Todd's case, it will cost him about 3 cents because nobody looks at his photos.
My question is, though, is there compression? Is there anything happening to the image when they have this overlay on that, when they have this embeddable, code?
That's a good question. It would be cool if it allowed you to look at the full res.
I just want to compare it. We should try it out in your Squarespace because they do have specific Squarespace embed codes.
It works on Squarespace?
It does. And you should just post a normal image on Squarespace and then post the embeddable HTML code and see what looks better. There might be no visual
I got to see how to
difference.
embed it
Could
on
be.
Squarespace because I honestly don't. I guess
You
that's
go
under
on
code injection.
if you go on exif.co, it actually tells you how to do it. There's tutorials on like WordPress, Squarespace, all the typical websites.
Are they as good as our tutorials are in my Gear Vault?
Definitely not.
They're
We
award-winning, by
crushed.
the way.
Crushed.
Award-winning. By the way, my Gear Vault has won the Best App of the Year award in the new FroKnowsPhoto competition.
Really?
Best new app.
Hold
And
on,
the
hold on one
only-
second.
The judges were us three as well.
Oh, I can just see Maria dancing right now.
Dan, play that video, please.
Don't play that video. She took it down.
She did
so
take it down.
We can't use it.
Yeah, I'm sure the comments were terrible. It was probably just all Todd.
Well, I have a lot of free time.
That is true. Todd's wife does work.
Do you think this will, work though?
I don't think it would.
Exif.co, do you think it'll get picked up by the common folk that are not in the industry?
Common folk, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I wonder what Ahndee Polin would think about that.
Ahndee.
Hello.
Yeah, Ahndee. I think you might have stolen one of the pictures of my kids from my Facebook account, but I had it like watermarked.
No, darling, it's your exfio.co, whatever. I borrowed it. I embedded it.
It's really inappropriate, though. I mean, that's my kid. I mean, you can't just do anything you want.
It is your kid. Can you bring your kid over to sit on my lap?
Whoa, Ahndee, and end scene.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you bring him to the photo hut?
Oh my God.
Probably bad things happened at the photo hut.
We'll save that for
I was going to
another
say,
time.
should we bring that up yet?
That's another discussion.
No, that's another
We'll wait.
discussion.
We'll wait.
I really want to go there.
Super awesome, top secret studio things happen.
I want to go
excited.
there. I want to go. No, but I want to take it to the place that I want to take it to with the photo hut.
Oh, yeah. That'll be good too.
We should go find one that's abandoned and just buy it.
Yeah.
Dan, make a
build
note.
it. It's
That's
like
what
a
I
shed.
said.
Just
Put
build
it out. Put it out in the yard.
Yeah.
I just said we should build a photo hut.
Why not? It's literally a hut.
If you go over to the former Dan, what's that place called? The near Crapplebee's where you used to work? What's the supermarket over there? Whatever it is. They have where it used to be.
Oh, really? Yeah,
The
yeah.
foundation's like still there?
Now it's a drive-up ATM.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it was a Mac machine.
We should
back
just
in the
build
day.
one and have people come by and drop their phones off,
just-
and then we just look through their phones and then give it back.
Welcome to Photo Hut. How may I help you?
Todd's super creepy. He's the guy actually helping people out.
Oh, hello
What's
there.
on your phone?
Hi, Deb. How's it going? Here's my pictures. Thank you.
Deb.
Cue
my
Robin
mother.
Williams in 1 hour
That's my
photo.
mother.
That's
She worked at
Todd.
the photo hut, and she's a nosy woman.
I would love to get some comments from your mother about Photo Hut.
She would never talk on camera.
I've never met your parents. I'd like to meet Woody.
Well, that's purposeful.
Speaking of Woody, will
Woody
he
Wolf.
wear the new Brella?
Would he? He sings outside sometimes with a guitar. He might.
How many roads must a man walk down
That's what Woody does.
before you could... Son, can you... Dad, I'm playing with myself.
Hold on. I'm working on these crunchy pillows. All right.
Crunchy pillows.
News.
Oh, man. And then this next story, switching, we've got U.S. Army combat photographer specialist Hilda Clayton's last photo captured the explosion that killed her Yeah, the photo was recently published by the Army in their May to June edition of the Military Review Journal with the approval of her family along with her Army unit. Now, the incident actually occurred back in 2013 during a live fire training accident with the Afghan National Army when a mortar tube exploded right in front of them, killing Clayton along with 4 Afghan Army members. Now, apparently she was training an Afghan Army combat photojournalist as well, who also died in the accident and captured a similar image in the blast. They almost had the same exact frame. Clayton was a member of the Army's 55th signal company called Combat Camera, which has sent photojournalists in front lines in war zones around the world, and she was the first Army combat documentation and production specialist to be killed in Afghanistan.
Damn.
So I wanted to bring that powerful image up because that's exactly what it is. It's extremely powerful. It's literally a blast going off in front of her, and that's the last thing she saw and the last thing the camera
crazy.
saw. Yeah, very tough. But again, this happened back in 2013, and 4 years later, they finally decided to publish it.
So
I
they
guess
just published
They just published it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they got the parents' permission.
Yes, the parents
Did they?
and her Army unit. And then moving forward, we have introducing LG's latest massive monitor. This thing is a 42.5-inch 4K monitor that can be split into 4 full HD screens. It's called the 43UD79-B. The new monitor is an IPS LCD panel with a contrast ratio of 1,000 to 1.
Good, we can play Mario Kart together now.
Exactly.
GoldenEye.
Yeah.
And it has support for 1.07.
Speaking of GoldenEye, we need to put GoldenEye up on the big screen now that I bought the adapter for the N64.
Definitely. Definitely. But 1.07 billion colors, which is pretty much the standard for all these monitors. And it has 6 inputs, including 4 HDMI ports, a display port, and a USB-C port, and then split into 4 1080p screens. And it'll be available in about 2 weeks for, get this,
$6,000.
No, quite the opposite, $697.
But what's so bad about it?
Super affordable compared to the competition in this range.
How's that?
Is it 4K?
possible?
I assume it's 4K, yeah. I assume the color maybe isn't as accurate as, say, the BenQs that we have
Yeah.
or something. It's got the same color range. The contrast ratio, I think, is a little different. It's not an HDR monitor. It is an IPS monitor, though. I mean, it still seems like a solid monitor.
I love a bargain, but I'd be apprehensive at that price
42.5-inch monitor.
Yeah.
That's literally like this entire width of this table.
Yeah.
It's a big monitor.
It's a huge monitor.
Maybe Jerry could see it then.
Yeah, shut up, Todd.
Switch that with a teleprompter.
This is the LG G6 that they've been advertising the hell out
I didn't even
of.
know you got that.
They gave it to me.
What's the other one you have?
The Huawei Mate 10.
Okay.
Or Mate 10.
So
Mate
you
10?
used that one yet?
Which, either? No, of
That
course
one.
not.
You Apple fanboy.
Well, no, I mean, this is a nice feeling phone, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, it feels nicer than the iPhone.
Yeah. I do
It's
like
metal.
this in the back, too.
You like the thumb?
the home button
thumb?
in the back, yeah.
Well, it's a thumb reader.
Yeah.
But this, look at the screen. So that's what you're going to see on the next iPhone is you're going to see a screen that basically, it's all phone and no, I mean, it's all screen and no extra waste.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's nice.
I
All
just
head,
turned it
no
on. I just
shaft.
turned it off,
Oh.
bro.
Well, you were saying look at the screen. I couldn't see anything. It's off.
They gave this to me. I got a message like, would you like to test this phone out? You need to put up a review in 3 days. So they sent
3
it to
days?
me. They sent it to me, and I did a Facebook Live.
Is that your review?
Yeah, I mean, I did a Facebook Live. I'm like, here's the G6. This is what I'm not going to review the phone. I'm going to tell you what I think about the camera, which is so freaking ultra wide. It's insane how wide it is. Now the quality is clearly not even close to what the iPhone can
Oh,
do.
yeah?
But
Really?
in terms of wide, for most people, to be able to, this thing shoots so much wider when you go into this mode of this size of the screen. In regular mode, it's pretty similar to the iPhone, but in the ultra wide, it really does. It's so wide, it's not even
What's
funny.
the new Google phone called again?
The Chrome.
The Chrome.
No, the Pixel.
The Pixel, that's it. That one, I saw a comparison online. That looks great compared to the iPhone.
far as
Sharpness-wise,
camera-wise?
low light, everything.
Well, DxO Mark did rank that as the greatest cell phone camera in the history of cell phone
I
cameras.
mean, you can just tell,
Oh.
though, visually, that's a big difference. If you were to take the same picture with an iPhone 7 Plus and the Pixel, it is visually a big difference. So maybe they were right.
Who cares? It's a cell phone.
And then we've got introducing the TriLens holder, which will be launching on Kickstarter this week.
Maybe.
Maybe. Just like the name suggests, the new accessory is a triple lens mount that attaches to your belt and holds 3 lenses. Now, the TriLens will be available in Nikon, Canon, and Sony mounts, and they claim it will be self-adjusting and stable. Free Design, the company behind the product, says that no matter the lens combination, the center of gravity will automatically adjust based on the weight of your lenses, so the heaviest one on the bottom, keeping the TriLens stable when walking, or they say running.
Or when pulling your pants down because it weighs too much and it's just a stupid idea. Speaking of, do you know who the founder is?
No.
Jonas.
I don't know him personally, though.
Dan,
I don't know what
can
he
we show
does.
Jonas, please? Holy Jesus, look at this guy's hair.
He looks like a model.
He looks like a model. I don't even know why he's taking pictures. He should be.
He's like Thor's brother.
He is. Look at him. He's like a goddess.
Now,
Look at him. Look at those lips.
And then
You know what's his favorite movie?
what?
La La Land.
Why?
Oh,
I just felt like saying. I don't know.
you know what his favorite band is? Lips Incorporated.
Funky Town. Do 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 do.
Nope, I didn't say anything else. I didn't want anything else.
Every
No.
time that song comes on, I do this.
Like the guy from Revenge of the Nerds.
Todd loves that movie.
Oh, it's the
We
best.
reference it all the time.
Because it gave him
It
reason to be
still
alive.
holds up. It still holds up to this day.
Nerd still holds up.
Nerds!
They just don't have cell phones or anything.
Now, this thing weighs in at only 1.1 pounds, and they say it's rated to hold up to 220 pounds.
Yeah, but your
which
pants
is
will be on the
clearly
ground.
not needed at all. I mean, you're like dragging a body with you. And then TriLens founder, Jonas, he says, there's nothing worse than coming home from a photo shoot and realizing
Wait, is
that...
he Swedish?
I don't know.
Actually,
It's like having Dan on your hip.
boinka 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 door boink boink meep 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 meep.
But he says, it's nothing worse than realizing that you've missed irreplaceable moments because you struggled changing lenses or that you simply were too lazy to go through the process.
Or
that
that
your pants
were
fell
on
down.
the ground. I mean, that's what I said in the photo news fix.
All right,
It's like,
everybody smile. Whoa!
Now, as a bonus...
was that a pancake?
As a bonus, the kit comes with magnets that you can attach to your lens caps so you can utilize the empty mount when the lens is in use, which is pretty nice. And no word on pricing just yet, but they do note that they're practically giving away the TriLens for the first 50 backers when that Kickstarter goes live, if that Kickstarter
If it goes live. Now, I say
which
that-
they say is on May 9th.
Well, the reason I say if is because a friend sent me that a patent came down for the original one of these, I believe, that was for the lens flip. It was for two
Lens
lenses.
flipper or something?
The lens flipper. And so that's being sold in the United States, but they just got a patent for this type of device. So
Even
I
though
don't
this
know.
is 3 and that's
yeah,
2?
But yes, but it follows the same concept.
Idea, yeah.
So that's what they patented. They didn't patent a way to do 2 lenses or a way to do 3 lenses. They
Just
did
the-
a way to attach lenses to a thingy-mabobber that looks like that.
And
So
theirs is also on the belt?
yeah,
Okay.
which is terrible. Also, no, well, theirs is on the belt, but they also have a loop like a Black Rapid that goes around you, which is kind of stupid too. Because then I could just put my camera bag on. I just think that any amateur out there that thinks you can put this lens flipper on your pants. Damn.
If I were going to have it on my pants, I'd have it in the front so that when the lens
Have my 70 to
hangs,
200
I just
in the
walk
front.
around. I got all my lenses today, girls.
Got my 600 2.8 right here
Got
for
my-
you.
This thing's an F4. Bridesmaids, this is an F4. Anytime you're ready, I'm rolling.
Was that what Meredith said when he's shooting weddings?
No, I just happen to be country.
All right, we got it.
I am curious though, like, does it just spins freely? So you
No,
can just.
it's
Like,
weighted.
how does that?
Is it like
It's
Wheel of
science.
Fro?
What if you want to get this one in the back?
You pull
have
it
to-
up. No, you rotate it the way you want it.
I just feel like,
Dude,
it's got to be tough.
you don't miss, like,
I think I'm quicker just switching it in the bag.
I shoot with one body, and I've switched lenses in the pit 20 million
Me too.
times. And
Like that.
You make the switch. You grab it. You don't miss shit because you were too lazy. That's just a shitty marketing ploy. Nobody should buy this product if it ever comes out, in my opinion. Because it's just absolutely... You will look like a douchebag.
Perfect for you.
You will look terrible if you wear this thing in public. You will look horrible.
I know. It'd be like you're wearing like an umbrella on your head. Such an asshole.
It's true. I felt like an asshole wearing that umbrella.
How did your neighbor feel?
She's
She'd
like,
walk with you.
she whatever. But what
Did you carry her under the umbrella?
no, what people were like, oh, where do I get one of those? I'm like, and I turn around and it just says NU on it. So talk about a fail to not write Nubrella on it. They put NU. It's like nobody's gonna know what you're gonna put in. What do you put into Google looking for that?
Well, as soon as I put NU in my search bar, you don't want to see what comes up after that.
Nude donkeys.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
And then we've got the last news story that we want to talk about for this week's Raw Talk. The winner for the biggest controversy of the week goes to photographer
Todd?
Sal.
Todd, what episode is it?
It takes me a minute.
Every time.
Why isn't it his screensaver?
I know.
2, 1, 9.
Thanks, Charlie Chaplin.
So Sal Sincata, who is a photographer who entered and won his own photography competition. Sal's the creator of a photo education website called Behind the Shutter, which was created in 2011 as an
Is that like
educational
behind the green door?
as an educational resource for professional and amateur photographers around the world.
Do you know what I wrote in 2010 on my website about page? FroKnowsPhoto
Crushes it.
No, that just crushes it. My goal is to create fun and informative content to help photographers of all skill levels around the world. That kind of sounds the same, right?
It does sound the same.
I'm sure mine wasn't the most unique in the history of uniqueness either. I sense controversy. And by sensing controversy, not in the least. I doubt that the guy even saw my website before this.
I mean, nobody really does.
He also founded a photo conference called Shutterfest that holds a photo competition, specifically the one we're going to talk about for this story. And here's what happened. When the winners were announced, Sal not only was selected as the grand prize winner, but he also won first place in 5 of 16 categories, second place in 4 categories, and third place in 2 categories. There was then some backlash from the community via a Reddit post, as well as Sal's Facebook page, claiming the competition had to be rigged. And Sal fired back with a 2,877-word article.
That's by my count, by the way.
Entitled Shutterfest Image Competition Fact vs. Fiction, as well as a Facebook post, which has since been deleted, though. Now, Petapixel, they managed to get their hands on the post before it was deleted, where Sal is quoted saying, "Did I enter my own competition? Yes. Yes, I did.
Yes!
Were my images shown any favor? No, absolutely not.
No!
The judging is blind and fair. I entered the competition in all competitions to win. I am a competitor. Competition pushes me, and it pushes the people around me to raise the bar.
Bam, 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 bam. Woo, woo. Shh. Push it real good.
Subtext to that quote, he's saying, I can't help it if I'm fucking awesome.
I just crush it
I just
24/7.
crush. I can't help it.
And he says, I've been entering competition for 7+ years.
Good for you.
And then on
Good
top-
for you.
On top of that, he brings up that in the past year, he's paid $3,000 to enter WPPI's contest
Which
and
is
won
stupid.
33 awards, $1,000 to enter
Wow.
PPA's contest and
Ball
won 2
out
awards.
till you fall out.
And $2,000 to enter SWPP's contest.
Did we find out what SWPP
Look at me,
is?
I'm entering contest. I'm entering contest. I can't help that I won. I'm just entering contest. Look at me. Look at me.
You're picking all that up after this.
Dan,
Intern, we don't have one.
Matt,
We could use a summer intern if anybody wants to, is local
and
to
if,
Philly.
and if
Yeah.
her name's Summer.
Hey,
Summer.
what's up? So he won 13 awards at that SWPP contest. And then in that whole novel that he wrote, he says, what a week it has been, filled with hatred, lies, half-truths, and the ugly underbelly of our
Fake
photography
news.
community.
Wrong.
Showing itself through one of the most disgusting displays of internet trolling.
The
it's
greatest
not.
win ever. I won more than 4 million votes in the PPA.
Here, I'm almost done. Let me finish this. To date, I have been threatened to have my building burned down, reported to the IRS, among a host of other things. This seems reasonable to you as a community? If so, you have lost context and perspective of the situation. These threats are
That's
not
not
a debate
fact. So-
or a difference of opinion.
Alternative facts.
No, so
sorry.
So he talks about fact versus fiction, and I am a big proponent of if you are going to make a point, you stick to the facts. You don't editorialize when you say fact versus fiction. Of
course.
When you're trying to get something, you say, here's the fact. And it's not like, oh, and by the way, I saw them using the elevator yesterday and they were taking their dog down in it when they're not supposed to be doing that. You know, when you editorialize stuff, instead of sticking to the facts, you don't put your own opinion out there unless you call this this is what it is, And I
Yeah.
just can I go off on this a little bit?
Yeah, man.
So
go to town.
We did the photo news fix. It was the one story. It actually ended up being 8 minutes.
Longest photo news fix, and it was only one story.
It was, and it was
Yeah.
one story, and
Dan almost lost his shit.
That's true.
and with this whole thing, there's only so much I could talk about in the actual photo news fix without going too far down a rabbit hole. There were a bunch of things I didn't talk about, like who were the judges that were judging blindly.
That's what I wonder.
And, well, you have a list of all the judges on there. And by the way, one of the judges that was listed as a judge...
It was my mom.
One of the judges listed as a judge actually placed also in the competition. Because I saw that the guy finished and placed in the competition.
I feel like that's even worse.
Well,
if you're
yes,
the judge.
But part of it is that he sits there and he points out WPPI does this and PPA does this where they encourage their people to enter. Well, that's not the point here. That isn't the point. We're not yelling at them right now. We're yelling at you for whatever reason this came out. I don't know about the other story because I guess nobody made a big deal about it.
Yeah, no, me
so
let it.
we did talk about this. But in the competition, even if you have judges that know who you are, which every judge is going to know who this guy is because they're part of his competition, he probably picked them, which means even if they haven't seen his actual photos that he's entered, they probably know his style,
yeah.
which means, holy shit, that might be Sal's. I better make that a winner. And I in no way think that he cheated in his own competition because I just don't. I just think it was terrible, horrible, no good form to enter your own competition and using the fact that you're a competitor that you like to compete and you like to win. I mean, it's verbal jerk-offage. These,
I like that.
My dad used to say that, or verbal diarrhea, whatever. So you entered and spent $3,000 to enter a competition that's made up anyway. It doesn't prove anything. All this stuff is photo contests are subjective.
Yeah.
They are subjective to you could have one photo not even make the final round in one competition, and it may resonate with 4 other judges in another competition. And I personally don't enter photo competitions now because I don't care. I like admiration. I like people knowing and saying that I'm good, but I don't need to enter a competition to know that.
I don't need to pay
Well,
to
that's
enter a
because you're not
competition.
as good as me. I just enter contests, and I can't help it if I won the electoral PPA and not the popular vote.
And that's another thing. These certificates that he talks about mean nothing. They are made up
Pieces
by a
of paper.
business. PPA is a business. WPPI is a business. We are in the business of educating people out here. He's in the business of educating people. I equate it to, I know there's an example out there like people hold their own golfing events, right? Their own golf tournaments. Tiger Woods has his own golf tournament. But then Tiger Woods has won his own golf tournament. But that is skill. You can't cheat or you can't have favoritism or you can't beat it's like basically say Tiger Woods competition against a 3-year-old playing golf. Who's going to win? When you're the guy that's supposed to be educating these people, now you're the one who's beating them. Like, I don't know him, so I'm not going to put words in his mouth, but do you need to beat everybody in the world, even the people you're educating? Aren't you supposed to lift them up and allow not saying let them win, but on top of that, he says he didn't take money that he didn't take any of the prizes, which to me,
I donated it to charity.
But he still held back prizes, correct?
Well, they ended up giving the prizes to somebody else.
Okay.
But that's not the point. The point is, if you're such a big competitor, then you would want to win the prize. And you should accept the prize because you won. And just saying, winning was enough, it's just you don't need to win your own competition.
No, I think it's way cooler to see your audience succeed and shine. I think that's way cooler.
Right, and I think if it's your competition, I want to judge it because that makes me even cooler that I'm the guy who's picking the winner.
Look at me, I'm so special, I can judge.
I'm a judge.
That's all we do here anyways is judge everybody anyhow. So.
Anyway, so that's that story. We're able to dive in deeper here, whereas the photo news fix, some people were just, most people, I think 99% of the people that watched this video agreed 100%
Yeah, I think
with the
most did.
facts that I stuck to
Yeah.
and saying that it is totally bad form. I don't legislate morality and I don't care. Like, it's not my job to say what's moral and what's immoral and what's ethical and what's not ethical. But I can tell you what's good taste and what's bad taste. And in that case, it's bad taste because everybody has different ethical standards and morals. That's like in government, you shouldn't have religion in anywhere near that. And so I don't bring any of that up, but I just think it's totally bad form.
Yeah.
And next week we'll be holding a competition called FroKnowsPhoto enters his own competition, and he's the judge, and he'll probably win.
Giving away like $1 million.
Boom.
It's gonna be crazy.
But that's basically what we're using this outlet for, RAWtalk, for, is to break down these stories a little more and talk about them further, discuss them
So I can
more
interrupt
and
more
rant
and
more and
say more dumb things.
say more dumb things, yeah.
Great.
Is that it for
More-
photo
That's
news?
it for photo news, yeah.
So be sure to check out Photo News Fix as often as they come out. They get released 2-3 times a week if there's enough news.
Yeah.
If there's not enough news, they don't come out. We appreciate that. I also want to know does anybody listen to the RAWtalk on Android at all? Because it's not in the Google Play Store from what I've been told. Actually, I have a phone I could check.
Ooh.
I do. But I don't know. We've never actually had anybody complain that it's not in the Google Play
I've never heard
Store.
one person say it, so I was unaware. I thought Libsyn, the service we use, just automatically sends it out to Google Play, the iTunes Store, everywhere.
I just think
But
I need
guess
to
not.
register it in the Google Play Store.
Yeah,
I just didn't
guess.
even know that was a thing.
I didn't either.
So what are we doing? We're switching lights. It's time for Gear of the Week.
I think it's time for Gear of the Week.
So you already saw the new Stupabrella. That thing's out. If you want to get that, you can go to Newbrella's website. Just Google that. But the photo news set is really awesome.
And we're slowly making changes and switching things up here and there. But
There's a lot of things in the works. It
Yes.
just everything takes time, like the garden outside that we just planted over the weekend.
most important thing, garden.
Yeah.
I spent time in the excuse me. I spent time in the garden
gotta
with
eat.
Dan. Well, growing
Did
flowers.
you say we got to eat?
Yeah.
Well, the food's gonna get planted soon when we get our 5 tons of dirt delivered.
Yeah.
My chair-
Pancakes bringing that? Or dirt?
No, Pancakes is not bringing her dirt. So we got those. What are they? There's Philip Hue bulbs out there that people talk about, and then there's another company called. Where's my box? It's not called Where's My Box. It's called LIFX. LIFX. I don't even know what they actually.
LifeX? I don't know.
LifeX. That makes these bulbs that are color changing LED with 16 million different colors. Has an awesome app with it. What makes this better than the Philips Hue, in my opinion, is you don't need a base station to control them. Each light is Wi-Fi enabled. They also have a light that you can get that does infrared, so it helps your security cameras outside at night, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, these aren't the cheapest things in the world. Now, the
No, they are a
brightness
little
is
pricey.
1,100 lumens. They are pricey. One bulb is $60.
Yeah.
And this is the A19 size, just Edison screw. They also have a BR30, which is larger for the cans that go up above, more like a floodlight.
And it works with Alexa.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different apps it works with. You can download their app. What I will tell you is, yes, they're pretty pricey, but the 16 million colors are awesome.
Yeah.
The different tones of white that you can get are awesome. The fact that I literally plugged it into the socket, downloaded the app, and it found it and connected was just awesome. Then they have rope lights, which we'll show you in just a second.
They're my favorite.
They're the rope lights, $89.99,
Z-strips.
called the Z strips. You can get extensions for it. They're 1 meter extensions. 4 of those are $99. They're super bright. But let's, Dan, you want to kill the lights a little bit?
Ooh, let's test it out. And what's the color temperature? It's like 2,800 to 9,000 Kelvin or something?
I think 9,000. So here I'm using the app. Now I turn the light bulb on. Ooh. There's okay, so now I can change the color.
What's up?
Moody.
Hey,
I'm just dialing through.
can you make it red?
Yeah, here. There's your red. How's that look, Dan? Good? No, on the camera does it look good?
All through the night.
So anyway, you can change the light to do this stuff. You can also make it brighter, really bright. You could also make it darker.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So this is currently at 33% brightness, but you could also change the white hue. So let's go all the way to 9,000. This is 9,000. This is blue ice. And then the other way is 2,500 degrees.
2,500 it is,
Holy
okay.
orange.
Wow.
But you can see that, and you can turn it on, turn it off.
And it does have like a strobe feature too?
It has a strobe
which
feature.
I don't think we want to test here.
I'm going to test it. Just
the,
know that, warning,
if you're
strobe is
epileptic.
limited for recommended safe levels. However, in rare cases, it's possible it may trigger a seizure in some people. Do not use if you suffer from photosensitive epilepsy. Okay, warning, warning, warning. Turn off your screen. Turn off your audio, too. Just kidding.
Oh my
God. Wait, look at our face on that camera, Steven, the middle camera. Oh yeah, we could have our own rave. I think I wonder if I can change the color temperature of that.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
Oh, I can change the white.
You can customize so many things inside the...
Yeah,
Oh
my God. I changed the white.
Wait,
Sorry.
so will it cycle through?
Not
when it
different
strobes?
colors. No.
Taco Bell Becky will love this song.
Oh my god, I love those lights.
But
So trippy.
It can sync to your music.
Oh, it does have the music option.
There's different themes. No, I'm not really. Oh yeah. So this is. Let me speed it up. Let me slow it down so you can see it speed up a little more. I don't know what it's doing.
That's great.
Shut up, Tom.
Crush that.
Looks great.
Yeah.
Maybe I went the wrong way with the time.
Riveting.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I just love that you can switch back to the color.
Yeah, they're super cool.
Just
man.
the app, just to do this, just literally pick the
Yeah.
color that you want. Because I want to put this up in my loft and be like, oh, purple walls.
Can you actually type in a number?
I don't
Like
see
say
that
like
option.
a Photoshop?
I don't see that
if you
option.
really want to match.
But you could also set up multiple bulbs at once. So I'm going to turn this bulb off and plug in the other one.
Okay.
The strip real quick.
Dun, 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 dun.
You ready? So here's two extensions of the strip right now. Yeah, yeah, just they get super bright. So let me get into the app here. Dude, I fell in love with these rope lights.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like you can change the color, change the brightness.
Wait, Steven, are they waterproof? Don't put them so close.
Now with this, there's different themes like Santa,
Oh!
Hanukkah,
Harry.
What's that?
exciting, which is like a rainbow. Look at it.
Oh, look at
I'm
that!
so excited.
Look at all the different colors. And then under
Uh-oh.
That's broken.
broke.
Well,
That's
you pulled it
broke.
out?
way to go, Steven.
That's broke.
that's $99.
That's broke.
Anyway, so you get that. Then there's a way. There's more. I'm looking for it.
You look like the Moonlight
Oh
picture.
yeah, color cycle.
You look like the cover of Moonlight.
You can hit color cycle and it will just rotate
Get
and
a
just
Sandy
change.
Handy.
You can change all the different settings for this. I want to take time for this because I absolutely love these things.
They're really
They are
cool.
super cool.
and I
they look-
can't wait to get more of them.
They look great on camera and like say the
Yeah.
Photo News Fix set.
And those things are perfect for shelves. And did you say that they're sticky underneath? They have like a sticky strip? that
They
you
have a
can just
3M
peel it
strip
off?
underneath, so basically we
Yes.
can prop them up on top of the shelf or underneath the shelf,
Yep.
and then that'll light up, illuminate, everything below it.
so
It integrates
Yeah.
with Nest, IFTTT, whatever that is, Smart Things, Amazon Alexa, Logitech Harmony, Google Home. So that's what it sets
That's
up with.
awesome.
There was one other thing I wanted to show, so I can turn it off, I can turn it on. Where's that thing that I did where I could switch the? Oh, there it is. So here we go. I can drag a color to somewhere else on the thing. Oh, I need to turn off the. Yeah, I need to turn off the other effect.
You really know how to use that app.
I haven't played much with
good.
it. Shut up.
Man, that gets so bright.
Sorry.
Master of pre-production.
Shut up, all you. So here I can drag a different color to somewhere on the strip.
Ooh.
And I can change. See that? I can just drag the colors to where I want them.
Man, that is awesome.
Anyway, there I just made it all yellow.
When it's multicolor, it reminds me of the candy that used to be on like the rainbow, and you'd have to lick the paper.
What?
Lick the paper, see if those come off.
It does seem like that, yeah.
The dots?
Yeah.
The dots,
The dots, yeah.
Anyway, that's full bright. I can make it less bright.
I just love how it really becomes like a smooth gradient when you're switching certain colors. And
Oh, and check this out. You can also change the intensity of the hue. You can pull back on that, and then you can change all this.
Wow.
And you do wiki, wild, wild west, Jim West. Okay, that's enough of that. Super cool. Let me hit the off button. Done.
Wow, look at that.
We'll just, yeah. Let's move it.
Those are cool. We're going to put those to good use.
yeah.
And I think I would want to use them at my house to light different things up, to possibly run across the pole that's up there. I could change the mood lighting.
Basically similar to like the beam you have here. You have one giant one at your house too, don't you?
Well, not the beam, but I've got that old
That pole,
industrial.
yeah, with
it used
the
to be the
elevator.
steam thing that used to
That's
that stuff. the
Well, I
mechanical
have
stuff.
like 5 bulbs similar to that in front of my house, and I have settings for like Christmas. Boom,
Best
changes
holiday.
to like lights that just change. I got like every holiday, and I can just go and click it and done.
Awesome.
Yep.
So that's LIFX. I'm just in love with the what we can do with that for
Yeah,
filmmaking.
so many things.
And photography.
Now, if we could only say it.
Correct. Let's get to flying solo this week. Are we ready?
Let's do it.
There's 28 of them.
Yes. Yes.
There's not 28 of them. Michael Pennington. Hey, Fro team. Mike from Medville, PA, currently in Kuwait. I'm heading to Disney World this summer, and I'm trying to keep my backpack light and hassle-free. I really only want to carry one lens mounted on camera. I was planning on using my Tamron 24-70 2.8 f2.8 with my 5D. I was also planning on carrying my GoPro Hero 5 Black to use on the rides to substitute for a wide-angle lens, close quarter shots, etc. Am I completely wrong in thinking this will work? Mind you, this is only family shots for memories. Well, that's pretty damn important, dude. Yeah. Thanks, guys, and don't bother answering, Dan. You don't have a mic. Let me ask you. I believe you brought this up that when you went to Disneyland, you bought a photo pass.
I went to both.
I also bought the photo pass for my upcoming trip.
The photo passes are super cool. I mean, and those are usually at the landmark things, like, you know,
in front of the
certain
castle,
like awesome things you want to do. But I really find myself like hating the camera after about 2 hours.
It's almost like it takes you out of vacation mode. You know
it
what
does,
I mean? It takes
you're
you
like,
away
all right,
from...
where am I going to put it in the ride?
Yeah.
When I put it down to eat, and when I can get the photo pass to get the awesome shots, and then I can.
Well, I don't know
use
how
my
awesome
phone.
those shots are.
Well, some memorable shots.
It's like people like Joe with a camera and Joe's sister with a camera.
But then you get in the shot. Like, you're never in the shot, but in the photo pass, boom,
and
you're in
that's
the shot.
nice.
Well, I have tons of photos from Disney World with my mom not in them.
Exactly.
And a couple of shots that I took.
Exactly.
And to me, it's
exactly
more, even if it's a snapshot, it's the family's in the picture.
It's the moment.
I think that's more important than
Doesn't
trying
have to be
get
the best photo in the world.
Then I think that's more important than trying to get like, here's my kid. No, you're supposed to have a good time there too.
Yeah.
And what I would do is I would just grab one of the photographers and be like, you're with me.
My girlfriend is actually obsessed with watching Disney vlogs on YouTube. She's preparing for the trip all the time, every day. And there's just one couple she watches. He has a 5D actually, and he brought his camera for a week.
Ruined it.
Makes
Thanks.
no difference.
Awesome. That was my story. Hope you enjoyed it.
It's one of my favorite songs ever.
Cool. Don't care.
That was Jiminy Cricket right there.
So anyway, she watches these vlogs, and he brings around a 5D the entire trip. And by the end of the trip, he was like, "I can't carry this thing anymore."
It's
literally his
terrible.
biceps hurt, everything hurt. Now, if you're Jared, you're good. Your biceps
I would take
never
the
hurt.
GoPro just because you can slip it in a pocket, or you could attach it to a bag.
I think I would take
I've done that too.
RX
But the photos
100,
suck from
Mark
that.
V, or like a Fuji.
Todd took the RX 100 to Disney with him.
And I left it in my pocket. And I left it in the bag.
Yeah, just
took
go
my
have a good
phone.
time. As much as I'm anti the pictures that will probably be taken by the people because they're not raw, just how much was it?
80.
Oh my God.
I think it's just for like the whole week.
But then that gets you all the ride
You get
photos and
gets you
everything.
the ride photos,
everything.
everything.
That's great.
Now, I think if you want prints, I think it's more
screw
expensive.
the
But like
prints.
the digital,
Yeah, just
As
get the
soon as I
digital.
saw the picture of me and Chewbacca, I was like,
and it's full res. They give you
I'm
like the
buying
full
this.
res
Yep.
image
Yep.
to print.
Yep.
So
That's cool.
it was awesome.
All right, next up, Bill Manning. Hey, Jared, just wanted to give you a shout out on my Gear Vault. It's not a plug. I just got a quote from insurance, and I am pleasantly surprised how affordable it is for the amount of coverage I get. I'm definitely making the purchase. Great app, easy access to an insurance company that knows photographers. One question, though, I was a bit surprised about adult-rated photography question. What's up with that? You guys don't even know this, but see, I deal with... So there's the questionnaire in the app. Now, the questionnaire is asked in a way so that it basically pre-qualifies you or disqualifies you if you answer certain things a certain way so that it's not wasting time getting quotes and stuff like that. This one really pissed me off because one of the largest insurance companies in the world that we picked up that we're working with has a thing in there and says, do you shoot adult material? And I'm like, well, what does that mean? Does that mean you shoot nudes artistically?
Boudoir or...
Right, because that's the other thing.
Or do
Todd
you need an
does.
umbrella for the ending?
Right. Ow. Fucking got stuck in the...
That happens to me too.
hurts like
does
a
hurt.
bitch.
It does hurt.
Oh, my God. Anyway, for you, those listening at home, what happened is my mustache got stuck in the Rode microphone.
Not a plug.
Not a plug.
This pain is brought to you by Rode Microphone.
Thanks, Rode Microphone, for... Did Dan just make an audible sound?
Shut up! Your stuttering ass laugh.
Yeah, so one of the questions they will ask you is, do you shoot adult type of photos? Because if you do, they disqualify you. You are not going to get coverage. So
Why though?
because they deem it to be more risky, or maybe more because they're actually.
Why is it risky though?
Their insurance company. Don't ask me. Believe me. I fight the back end because we're not an insurance company. My Gear Vault is not an insurance company. We work with insurance companies. The conduit is we're the conduit. It's just one of the questions they ask. So if you guys get asked that, if you do legitimately shoot porn, just know that if you lie, then something happens. Then they have you lying. Now, what's interesting is. The one major company that we're working with has a team of people that can make the phone calls and work with people. We're testing that out to see if they're as good as one of us would be. But with so many proposals coming in,
Hello, this is Ahndee. Can I take your call?
with so many proposals coming in, we need to be able to turn it around quick. People want that stuff quick.
Yeah.
So this company will give you a phone call. And they're all trained, licensed insurance people to ask the right questions and to get you the coverage that you need.
Nice.
I mean, you don't need insurance until you need insurance, and it's usually at the last minute.
Yep.
With a location, you're like,
or
oh,
it's
yeah,
too
cool.
late. Yeah.
Yep. So
Well,
that's nice.
you always talk about insurance location insurance, which is part of it too.
That's always been that's always been the reason I've needed insurance. Not because I've ever had like a major like incident where I've lost stuff.
What about a
You know.
broken 24 to 70? That's not yours.
Oh well, that's something I'm gonna submit that to my Gear Vault.
Yeah, not going to happen.
Pre-existing conditions aren't covered anymore.
Anyway, so if you've not downloaded My Gear Vault yet and you're on iOS, please do that. It is a free download. I know you will like it. You will use it because it's free and good. That's two good things. And in the future, end of June is what we're shooting for Android. We are still on that path. Been talking to the developers about that. Good question. Next up, Bill Lyons has a video question.
What's up, Fro Team? Bill Lyons here from Pensacola, Florida. So I recently entered the Adobe Make the Cut contest.
Wait a second. Is that Adobe contest? Are you the guy behind it? Is that your contest? Can you win that?
I didn't crack the top 25, but that's okay. As a worldwide contest, that's a tough list to crack. However, in watching the top 25 reels, I saw something that kind of worried me, that editing and CGI are kind of becoming the same thing. And for me, when I'm editing, I like to throw in a few flashy things, but I mostly like to tell my story. So, A, what does the Fro team think about that? And B, how has your editing styles changed in the course of your career? Thanks, guys. Hope I get to spin that wheel.
He's wearing a Flyers hat, by the way.
Ah.
From Pensacola, Florida. So what do you think?
Well,
He
the
didn't
first
crack...
thing,
Go ahead,
first
Tom.
thing I would say is to, before you get started, is to know, what's your story? Which is from my friend Wes Irwin and his Moments eBay or Etsy store, by the way.
Nice.
He hooked me up. I will say that I feel like, and maybe you do this too, but there are styles that kind of come and go up and down. A lot of that flashy stuff and a lot of the special effects that people put in, I honestly feel sometimes are to mask the fact that you don't have a good story. Not to really double down on that, but sometimes if you don't really have something shot interestingly or well, you'll use that to kind of mask things sometimes. Like the actual flashes and special effects. I don't know what... I didn't see the video he's talking about, but I'm imagining like lens flares and different things and all this stuff. And
I think it's the Imagine Dragons
I think
music
so.
It
video
is.
that they were having people cut. Now, I wasn't aware that you could actually add your own extra special effects. I thought it was literally just cutting the video.
No, I bet you
I
they
wasn't
wanna see
aware.
everything. They want you to use Premiere to the full effect.
But they only give you like
but
the
is
proxy.
was it just Premiere they wanted you
It was
to
just
use
Premiere.
or After Effects?
No, I'm pretty sure it was just Premiere.
Oh, well, I bet you could use any of their... Cut it any way you want.
I just thought there were rules that it was more just you're cutting the video.
No,
I
the
could
only
be
rule
wrong.
is if you're an employee of Adobe, if it's your contest, if you're an affiliate, you
Well,
can't
I
enter.
spent $3,000 on that and won. They were probably using a lot of overlays and things like that because unless you've really got like the CG stuff is touchy to me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would be lying if I didn't say you should have your hand a little bit in After Effects and at least have some sort of working knowledge to those programs because at some point it never fails. I always have to motion track a television or put something on a green screen or so.
And Premiere Pro is also slowly starting to incorporate more and more After Effects control in Premiere. You don't even have to round trip anymore, dynamic link. Like in the 2017 version they just released, there's a couple After Effects things. Like in the new title graphic editor, you can now do a couple things like motion track your text.
Yep.
That normally you have to do in After Effects.
Exactly.
So, I mean, CGI and cutting in general, it is starting to become the same thing.
Yeah.
But flashy effects could either, like you said, help tell a bad story or help tell a good story. I think it's either way. I don't know.
I think his main question is, should he be concerned about that? Not be concerned, but you should definitely have a rudimentary knowledge of like some of the basic things like motion tracking, like keying and green screening and stuff like that. I don't think it's bad to know that stuff.
I relate it to being a photographer and not knowing much about video. I think you should know both.
Yeah.
It's kind of the
or
same
a photographer and knowing a little bit about Flash.
Exactly.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Jason Hug wanted to get your thoughts on the future of live streaming to social media. I've seen a lot more live streaming shows, quote unquote, or more produced content, multi-cameras, guests, etc., on social media lately. I know you've been experimenting with different ways to use live streaming. What have you learned so far? Thanks. So this is interesting because if you remember back, Huffington Post shut down their 24-hour or their 8 hours a day of live streaming that they were doing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It's not easy and it's not sustainable, and people probably aren't going to sit there and watch it like a TV show.
No.
You are seeing a lot more live streaming. I'm not completely sold on going live all the time for not just the reasons of
we're inappropriate quite often.
Well, but that's for this show. I don't mind going if it could be live and you could get the same amount of views. I don't think YouTube is doing well with live. I think when you do a YouTube live, it doesn't get the same reach after it's off as Facebook Live.
Unless you're a giraffe having a baby, you're not getting much views.
Yeah, that's. I think you're seeing a lot more shows, but I don't think they need to be produced live. I just think if you can live switch and then put it out, you probably have a little bit more control over it. I think the periscoping thing was stupid while that lasted. Meerkat thing disappeared.
Are both of them still?
Periscope is around. Meerkat pivoted to a different business model. Facebook Live is Facebook Live. Instagram is Instagram Live.
And then Facebook Live after that recent killing too.
Facebook Live.
On Facebook Live, is that going to make it more restricted now? Or
well, they're still trying. I just don't understand Facebook Live for the everyday person.
Yeah,
it's like cool. You have
it should be limited.
People watching.
It should be limited to pages, businesses, whatever.
But they want people to go live.
Yeah.
Who knows why? But you will see more shows. I mean, you're seeing people try to bring out shows. It is a lot of work. It takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
So
I think the thing we always struggle with is the level of quality and timing associated with live switching and maybe cutting it a little bit after the fact. I'm always apprehensive about going straight live.
If people watch RAWtalk live versus the final product, it's a completely different show in terms of timing and cutting.
I don't think anybody would like it because there's a lot of comedic timing that happens like in the cutting.
Yeah, and that's on this one. But if it was more like a Young Turks type of thing where you are talking,
well, I also think there's
doing that type of stuff.
I also think there's a lot more pre-production done in those videos.
Well, there are,
as well.
But also the Young Turks do not use a teleprompter.
No.
At all.
No.
So they go off of their knowledge. I mean, they have their paper in front of them.
Yeah.
They know what they're going to talk about.
I think they have a general discussion. Yeah, we kind of just free flow the entire show.
Yeah, I mean, they're just basically
really.
it's basically two people having a discussion a lot of times.
Yeah.
So it's pretty straightforward.
Yep.
There's nothing really, no comedic timing you need to be worried about in regards to stuff
Yeah, it's
like
one.
that.
Next
Back and
question from Nick Mannery is a video question.
Hello, squad! Pew, 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 pew! As a natural light photographer, aka I don't know how to use flash, but I do plan on picking up the flash guide, do you recommend investing in continuous lighting for headshots or investing in some speed lights? Also, when you got an itch down there, do you stretch and scratch or pinch and roll? Thanks, guys. I hope you answer my question. Yeah!
All right, Nick, I don't know pinch and roll or duck and cover. I just...
I like that guy.
I do
Scratch.
both with both hands.
Todd goes all in.
Do it with my TriLens.
So the question is continuous lights versus strobes or flashes, speed lights, for doing headshots. Now, if you're doing headshots in one location all the time, I'm a big fan of the continuous lights because you're not moving and you have your lights set. Peter Hurley does a lot of that. If you're a Zach Arias type where you're always going to different locations and you are a light, you do a lot of light,
Strobist.
then you take the flash heads with you and you build it using flash. So if you're looking to be mobile, you buy flash units and you figure out how to use them, and you get the radio slaves.
Yeah,
and,
I'm a big fan
and
of
they go
speed
from
lights.
there.
Speed lights, you can do so many things. Get some gels too with it, some triggers, and you're set.
Or get LIFX lights.
Or yeah.
Now, well, I was going to say, what if, but if your business model is video and photography,
Continuous all day.
I'd probably just get continuous.
Yeah.
Well, like the photo downstairs that we put up of myself and Todd in the set that we built for the video that we were doing. I mean, that light looked tremendous.
Yeah.
That looked tremendous because you could see it. You see the light. I mean, I love shooting on movie sets or show sets because
it's perfectly lit.
They light it perfectly, and then people are like, "Dude, your photos are amazing." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not good."
I pressed the shutter.
Should have entered the contest with those photos.
Exactly.
But no, it just they make when people light a set, it's already perfect.
Yeah.
All you need to do is just have your exposure locked in and capture the moment.
The only thing about continuous light, it tends to be you're shooting at a little higher of an ISO, but at this point, the cameras these days doesn't really matter as much.
Oh, yeah.
But it's 100 ISO, base ISO versus say 800 or 400 in camera. So all depends what you're going for. I also think speed lights, you can control the light a little more. And your subject's not staring directly into continuous lights and it's hurting their eyes if they're sensitive or
No,
something
just the
like
flash
that.
hurts their eyes.
Well, the flash is also a second long. It's not continuously blinding them.
Next question. Balake Scott. This is the last one. Blake.
Aaron.
It is Blake, because if you say Blake, it's Blake.
Yeah.
Or it's B-Lake.
Blake Scott. Hey, Fro. So what is your opinion on pre-purchase presets? Pre-purchased?
Pre-purchased
How do you
presets.
pre-purchase a pre?
Don't you just purchase
You
presets?
think you just purchase it. You're
You
right.
like that
or you
beta
pre-order
version?
presets.
I like them. However, it takes a photographer's job and turns it into Instagram. What's your take? Thanks. Well, the people selling them are making big money selling presets. That MoodyGram stuff,
I'm not.
they got like 800,000 followers
Wow.
on Instagram. And if you hashtag Moodgram or MoodyGram, they basically look for photos if you post that use their
filtered.
filters,
Yeah.
and then they promote that
It's
stuff.
a big thing, especially with the kids these days.
I just think that it is a cheap-ass way of doing stuff.
It's
I
a
think
half-ass way, yeah.
Okay, half-ass way of doing stuff. I think anybody says, well, I like the preset because it can make whatever. It's just amazing. I press a button, it's done. You can make your own presets. That I am okay with.
Yeah.
If you make your own style and your own presets, cool. But if all you're doing is buying some other guys or girls' presets and going through and seeing what works, that's just cheap and lazy.
It's not your style.
No,
at
it's
that
somebody
point,
else's
it's somebody
style.
else's style. I don't think it's
now, what if you used it as like you got the preset and then you looked at the settings and then to basically
As a
inform
learning.
yourself how like, oh, look how that's how they got that look.
it is a good way to learn. Yeah,
That is
Yeah.
something as long as you make it your own. But
Yeah.
I don't even buy it as a starting point.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's actually not terrible as a starting point as long as you
Yeah, I don't like it as a
start
starting
there and then you can tweak. I think no preset is one and done set.
Just think-
I think you still have to tweak it.
Learn the way to do it. And I tweak every single photo I have.
Me too.
Just pressing a button isn't going to make your photo better because it's a preset.
Yeah.
You have to tweak each individual. People say that all the time. Oh, what preset did you use on this? What preset did I edited it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's Flying Solo, Steven. Those are Flying Solo questions.
Cool.
Now we spin the wheel, right?
Yes.
And then we get the memes?
Yes.
Oh, I have to go around the wheel first.
do.
Shit. I
Every
forgot.
week.
It's been a
Every
while,
other week.
Steven. Dan, it's not funny what you did to the wheel. I'm not blind. I know what you did.
What did he do?
Look what prize he put right in the middle at the top. Is he smiling? Because all I'm looking at is a pole because he's like a beanstalk. I can't see him from my angle.
That's great.
He probably did that on purpose so he doesn't mess up my eye line. Just Stevens. Around the wheel, we got go to store.FroKnowsPhoto.com if you want to pick up the I Shoot Raw Think Tank bag. Custom, awesome, limited edition,
You can win it.
rare on eBay.
Rare.
Next up, we have Rode microphone. We use the Rode each and every week. Steven tickles the underbelly of it for whatever reason. I think it likes it. This is the Rode Broadcaster. Just be careful if you put your mustache close. It sometimes pulls out the hairs.
It pulled a
Epic
tooth out last week on me.
It actually doesn't pull out teeth, Todd. Get it right. Kessler Crane. Go to KesslerCrane.com/Fro. Use the code FRO10 to get 10% off. We have the Kessler Crane back there. They also have some other slidey stuff they want us to try out, which is pretty cool. They actually have this thing I was looking on their website the other day. If you get the tripod and you know the tracks that people lay down to
Like a dolly track.
dolly track, except they have like this dolly tube
Yeah.
that bends, and I don't know. You get it? So it looks pretty
They're
good.
all right. They're all right. I've used those in the past. They're pretty cool.
So
but that tripod you're talking about for them is beefy. That's like it holds 500 pounds.
500 pounds.
Because we're talking about maybe using that for
For the teleprompter.
For the teleprompter.
Because
Or
basically the
two of
teleprompter is alone like 25 pounds. And the
Exactly.
tripod it's on right now is,
it's
might
like
break.
Dan picking up a piece of wood.
Or it's got to be heavy enough to carry that guy's ego.
Or yours.
No, not mine. Next up, we've got Spin Again, Canon Prize, win a nice printer of some sort. We've got AdoramaPix.com/fro. If you're ever using Adorama please go to AdoramaPix.com/fro first, because that will get me affiliate commission. Then we've got LensMugShop.com, Think Tank Photo. We use Think Tank photo bags all the time. Then we've got, what's that one, Steven?
That is Gaffer Power.
Gaffer Power. Go to gafferpower.com. Use the code FRO15. Oh, Todd's using his Gaffer Power tape for whatever he wants. What did I use my gaff tape for the other day?
Oh, and that's where the yellow crime scene tape comes in handy.
They have so many
Yeah,
different
yellow
colors.
Hey, I'm glad you came over.
Use Gaffer Power. We like the tape. We've been using the shit out of it.
Yeah, we have.
Store.FroKnowsPhoto.com to get all of your iShoot Raw shirts. Get Photo News Fix. Then you can get a code for a discount. Or watch Pancakes, because
Pam,
the code's
pam,
actually
pam,
Pancakes.
Yeah.
Rode microphones again. We use the Rode Broadcaster, Steven.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
You didn't showcase it.
Yes, we do.
Lexar memory cards. We use the Lexar cards in all of our cameras. We use everything from the XQD,
XQD.
Micro SD,
Micro SD.
CFast,
CFast.
Compact Flash. We use the hubs.
hub.
Love the freaking hubs.
Everything.
Atmosphere Aerosol. Go to Atmosphere Aerosol. Use the code.
I'm flying. It's like Superman.
That's gonna leave a mark. Use the Atmosphere Aerosol. Then you know what would look awesome?
What?
LFIX Lifix light.
Ooh.
And then Atmosphere Aerosol. I hope it. I don't know what I was hoping for. Hoya.
Oh.
Hoya. FroKnowsPhoto.com/guides will get you. You can go there and find all my guides. Go to squarespace.com/.
Guides.
Squarespace.com/fro to get a 14-day free trial. I use Squarespace and videoblocks.com/go/fro. Let's spin the wheel.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Around and around it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows, but we know where Steven wants it to go. The Wheel of Fro is about to stop on the greatest prize in the history of prizes. Bam, 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 bam. Congratulations goes to Jared Polin of FroKnowsPhoto. Yeah.
How did you win?
Oh, you are the
my
best.
goodness.
I am not the judge.
Is there a second place winner?
Dan.
Yo, how did that happen? Oh my god.
Holy Jesus. Thank you, Rode. I'll take one of everything.
It's amazing. Be careful of your mustache.
The winner in IRL is Michael Pennington. Not because he's from Pennsylvania and all, but because he's going to Disney World.
Yay!
You won a trip, but not from us.
I wonder when he's going to Disney.
Well, you can take a microphone with the camera he's not taking.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, well, maybe he can get the one for his phone.
A video mic me.
The one that's on there right now.
That would be
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, that'd be great. Maybe he'll run into Steven.
Me. When's your trip?
June 2nd to the 10th. Disney World.
Did you take off?
Yes, I did.
June
I told
2nd
you
to
like
10th.
5 months ago.
What are we
Oh.
doing during that time when Steven's off?
Probably nothing. 'Cause
Celebrating?
I do
Probably talking about him,
everything.
complaining about Steven. I don't know why we do this.
Gardening.
Oh, gardening.
Shut up, Steven. All right. That's
my snap peas.
all right. Now what time is it? It's time to get to the memes.
Let's do it.
And now it's time for memes. You can send them to singwheelofro@gmail.com. Todd, are we ready to go?
I'm good to go.
Let's
the
do
first
this.
one is from Will Blanton. This is
Jesus.
Ahndee Polin. And I think he's actually selling these for like thousands of dollars.
You should sue him.
Yeah.
You should definitely sue him.
The next one
I
is-
should sue him. I took that picture.
That's what I'm exactly. Next one's from Barry Hughes. He decided to make the guide to video guides, which I was like, that's a pretty good idea. We should make a guide to how to make a video guide.
What's your story? I see down there.
The next one's from Jeremiah Mumford. It's Todd the Tool.
And Steven the
Tool man.
Toolbox.
And by the way, your name's Jeremiah Mumford, so who are you to make fun of me, asshole? Next one is from Lewis Luke. It's Taco Bell Becky.
Oh my god, I look so pretty with that fur on my face.
He said this was
That's
at some
great.
Comic-Con or something.
That's funny.
Out in Cali. Next one is from Ross Turtle Tab. It's called Flying Dolo. When someone sends a flying solo question and says Dan. As he crosses my damn frame.
Yeah.
And now we've got 5. Count them 5 from Sanchez.
Oh my god.
First one, Flashdance the Musical. So what's your story? The next one is, oh, it's so wet, Niagara Falls. Next one is Jurassic Park. While Steven checks Jared for moisture control, Todd just likes to watch.
What?
Next one is the Carol Burnett Show. We need more water, Carol. Steven, don't worry, guys. I got this. And finally, it's Steven Eckert's nickel ream buckets. Nipple ream buckets. Oh, that's the money
That
shot
does
right
not
there.
look like a nipple, by the way. That your
Jared
hand is
Polin
on.
tested, Todd Wolf approved. These buckets all have been sweat tested by Steven Eckert himself.
Sanchez
Keep in
used to be
mind,
my boy, man.
Steven Eckert, Sanchez sent me these all like within like 15 minutes one day. I don't know what else he has to do.
No, what Sanchez does. Hi guys.
He's funny though, man.
If you're not following Sanchez on
Instagram.
Instagram, you're missing
Yeah.
out.
It's a sketch of Sanchez, funny as shit.
Yeah. And finally, we got some videos. We've got this one from Carlos Peguera. This is Fake Photo News Fix.
Here we go.
And I want you all to know that we are fighting the fake news.
Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is your photo news fix.
You are fake news.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Just say sorry.
Sorry.
And finally, we've got one from Paul Chapman. It's Raw Gym. When you see the guy at the gym doing this, I hate that guy.
It's a My Gear Vault barbell. Where'd he get all these pictures from?
They're on
You
Flickr.
think?
You posted all them on Flickr.
Yeah, they're all on Flickr.
Oh, you would.
And that is it. Those are the memes for May 3rd.
Oof.
So if you'd like to send in memes, you can send them to singwheelofro@gmail.com. I want to just pick one winner today.
I love the Taco Bell Becky one personally.
Nah, but that's not show related. I mean, I guess
it is show related.
Well, I guess. I mean,
What
I
do you
like,
guys like?
I like what William Blanton did.
Yeah, that's creative.
With the
Andy
handy
one.
Polin.
Andy.
Handy.
I like that one.
Sanchez's Jurassic Park one was pretty funny too.
He cheats, though. He gets all kind. I think he owns everything at this point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with William Blanton.
Yeah, I
All
like
right,
William.
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right, William Blanton, congratulations. You won something, a free guide.
Can you give can Andy Polin give him a shout out?
Congratulations. You won a guide. Dan, do you have some there's before you go find out if your baby is a human?
There's a blank hashtag.
Dan missed the one hashtag. It's left blank. Hashtag Dan missed the hashtag. And hashtag schmutz. SCHMUUTZ. Sorry. And that's schmutz. Is that it?
That's it.
Is that RAWtalk episode 219?
2-1 what?
Jesus Christ, he's gonna break that chair. Anything you guys want to add to this?
Nope.
Shout out to Wes from a shirt. What's your story?
Yeah.
Steven?
That's it.
All right, guys. That's it for RAWtalk episode 219. Don't forget to watch Photo News Fix as they go live each and every time they go live. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.